Now with 100% more ducks. Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG.net server playing Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved in expert mode, and I brought me an expert. This is ToddyTheBody, and he is on the FTOG.net server, and he is fantastically well versed with the Endergenic Generators. Oh yeah.
Hello everybody, DuckFarmer viewers.
Oh yeah. So we have this funky contraption behind us, and it is the Endergenic Generator from Ender.io with a little bit of extra stuff from the Redneck, or is it RFTools as well, right? All three of those mods?
It is from RFTools for the main part, and then the Redneck is actually from Mine Factory Reloaded.
That's what it is, yes. I keep thinking that there's a Redneck mod itself, but nope. All right. So the coolness that we have here is generating power. I have, as far as generators, I've got my 3 wheels down here, and the water wheels do great because they run 24/7, because these are spawn chunks, and so that works. And then I've got a little jabba barrel up above where I can dump food in, and these culinary generators run, and that's the phone that should never ring. Alrighty, so we beat the phone to death and told it not to call. So, of course, it's going to call again. That's just the way it goes. So, what Toddy went ahead and set this up and did a good private instruction, which was worth every penny I paid him. And now I'm going to prove how poorly I was paying attention by trying to do this myself, which I'm glad we left this up because I need to have a reference guide. But over here are all the bits and pieces that I need to make the stuff. So let me grab all these. I don't think I need my engineer's hammer.
Not required here.
Yep. And yeah, so we just have the 3 here. So I am starting off using some stone. Nope, not there, but we'll use that anyway. So the generator is going there, and then one above. Alrighty, so that's what we need there. And these bad boys, when they are up and running, should be producing about 2,000 RF per tick, which is pretty sweet.
And that's uninfused. Once we get some shards, you can start infusing them, and it'll go up about 50%.
Ooh, I have something like 40 shards. How many do I need?
256 each.
I need a lot more than what I've got. Okay, so the next thing I need timers. No, the monitors.
Correct, yep.
There's my monitors. And yes, I set them that way so they're coming out. So that works.
So these have 3 settings. They're set as, they'll send out a signal when the generator fires, when a pearl is caught, and when a pearl is lost. And the one you're going to be setting it on is?
I'm going to be setting it on where the pearl arrives.
Correct.
So there's fire, there's pearl arrived. Pearl arrived. One more, pearl arrived. And pearl arrived. Alrighty, so those are good. And then we needed the 1 timer, but that was later. So first we've got those in place, and I think probably next would be the massive amount of cabling.
Yeah, throw your injector in there just so it has space, and you'll want to make sure and link them. One thing I always forget is to link the generators.
Ah, yes, let's link them right now. And so I was the top right to the bottom left, and then from the bottom left to the bottom right, and the bottom right to the top left, and then top left back to the top right. So they're looking at the text, it's all two ticks apart from each of them. So they're all perfectly spaced that way, which works out nicely.
Yep.
Now, when you, I was going to say, when you set up the public one and it's not all flat, it's actually 3D'd and looks really cool with the colors. Were they 2 ticks or were they 3 ticks apart?
They are 2 ticks.
Oh, so as they weren't as tight as this, but they were still close enough to be 2 ticks. Cool.
That's right. It's something so that as long as you get the 2 ticks, you can put them in different shapes. It doesn't really matter the placement, just as long as the timing and spacing is fine.
Very nice, very nice.
The reason we want it on 2 ticks is so that when the pearl goes around, we want each generator to catch the pearl on a 9th tick. Well, actually, 10th tick is optimal, but with this setup, we catch it on the 9th tick. So it's almost perfect. It's really close.
All right. I went ahead and tossed the timer in here, and I'm having the out facing to the right, which I think is the correct one.
Yep, that's what we did over there.
Yep, that's what we did. Okay, I figured we had it. I'd go ahead and do it right now. All right, so we've need cabling going into it. No, there. And then we've got cabling coming out from there.
I'm going to give you all the rest of mine.
Oh, that's a lot of cables. I have to shift click to get them all in place. So those, oh, nope, this up here. Those are all hooked up, and then internally, we don't need to connect to them on the inside. No. Just those there. It's a spaghetti factory really fast of stuff. Nope, not that one there. I gotta keep shift clicking to let these connect.
Oh yeah, it gets on your nerves, right?
Oh yeah. And oh yeah, might as well put these other pieces in place. There's the programmable Redneck controller. Put that in place. And then the pearl injector, you throw it onto the ground, and then you put it in place correctly. And I'm shift clicking on top, and that didn't go.
Nope. It's you have to be right next to it, so
Be right there to do it up.
Yeah, it's like an IC2 machine.
There
where
we
if you
go.
want the thing to be a certain direction, you have to be facing that way.
Yeah, I was hoping that I could just click and do it on the top and it would know, but yeah, I had to be right there to point up. So that's going to feed up to the first one in the top right corner, and that's going to give us the pearls that we need. Alrighty, so I think I don't have the back cables set up right yet. There's that one. That one's in place. That one. I think that's all we needed. Nope, we needed the bottom as well.
Yeah, and in the corners back here.
The corners to hook into the rest. Yeah, if we built this out in the open, it would be a little bit easier to see exactly what we're doing, but I'm kind of tucking it in, which works out nicely. Alrighty, I think at this point I don't need any of the stone to hold up, to build up again, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Just so that we've got that, classic Minecraft floating in midair block stuff. Alrighty, and we need a cable there, and I need a cable here, but that prevents me from going in. So I'm going to remove that one for right now. I think everything is connected. Let me do another quick look here. Yep, in the back. Yep.
Oh,
Alrighty,
I'm sorry. Yeah, the front part isn't connected to the back part.
and that goes right there. That's where we're connecting the front and the back. It was right there. So at this point, looking again, yep, that's exactly where we connected. So I still owe a connector right here, but I still want to be able to get back there. So at this point, it's setting up channels so that things are going across correctly. Because as the first pearl comes in, it's going to set off a pulse to let the generators know to put in kind of a charging state so they're ready to receive a pearl. And then once they've received the pearl, that's where the monitor is going to send out a pulse saying the pearl has arrived, so that the next generator is primed, and so on and so on. And it'll just fly around that way.
Nicely done.
So we were talking about setting up the colors here. So this first one, and it's hard to see, but that one is going to be turned into... I'm shift clicking and I shouldn't be shift clicking. Nope, I just lost it.
Life lessons.
Shift. I was not holding down the shift key, so I was supposed to be shift clicking, but I'm cycling backwards, so must be the other way.
Yep, as long as you're clicking on the colored part, it'll be fine. If you start clicking on the cable part, it's where it'll take it away.
That's what I was doing. I was clicking on the color, the non-colored part, and it was popping off. So that's orange, and this one here. Let's do the other side. So we're doing the outside. That should be also orange. So that's the first one here. The bottom one down here, we're going to set to the next color. So orange and magenta. And orange magenta. And then it's going to be tossing it over to this guy, which is going to be light blue. 2, 3, there's light blue, and in the back, there's the light blue, and then that's going to be tossing up to this top one, and that's the color after light blue, which should be yellow. Light blue, yellow.
So the reason that he's doing that is that when a generator catches a pearl, it's going to hold it. It actually goes into holding mode. Each generator has 3 modes. It's going to be charging, idle, and holding. When it's in holding mode, it's not going to fire on its own. It actually needs to be told with a redstone signal. So with him doing the color coming out of the monitor and then cycling back around to the same generator that it's connecting to, is actually telling the generator, yes, it's been caught, and now it's time to fire.
Yep. So that way it caught it, and just right away it gets to fire it off again as soon as it's told that it caught it. All right, and then this one needs to be the next one around. So that is magenta, and that one should be light blue, but we are missing it for right now. This one is going to be yellow, and then this one is back to orange. Let's see. Oh, and then in the back there, I am going to... Oh, I can't. Oh, I keep forgetting that I can walk right into these ender monitors, like they don't exist. I keep thinking they're solid there. The timer has 2 pieces here. The in is going to be light blue.
And you can shift right click to go back.
Oh, okay. Shift right click. Because there's the gray, pink, green. There's the light blue. And then on this side is going to be green. There's green. And I'm going to get rid of that, because we don't need that to connect on the bottom. So that we don't need there. But we do want that connection across. Let me look for colors. That's set, that's set, that's set. This one doesn't need to be there, so I will remove that. Likewise, that I'm going to remove as well. Whoops. There we go. even though they're set to white and nothing we're doing is using white, so nothing would happen, I'm just going to clear them out so it's obvious that they're not connecting. And you did the same thing. Yep.
I did.
Yep.
C&O, clean, neat, and organized.
Yep. Make it look good. Alrighty, so those, I think all the colors are done. We did want to make sure the injector is set up, and you did pink on that injector. Pink
Yep,
right
correct.
there. And am I missing? We've got this one here that I think at this point. Nope, shift click. I think at this point I can join this in. So this bottom one here is light blue. Alright, I think I've got everything set up. Thinking about it, yeah, I think everything here is the same as what you've got.
Yep. Did you want to put in the RF monitor?
Yes, I did want to get the RF monitor in place. Still have stuff here. You're going away. Alright. My RF monitor is going right here. Because you were saying it looks at the squares around it. Now is that three-dimensional or just to the side?
Three-dimensional. So, yep.
So in front as well as in back. And so it's
Even the
got
corners,
connections. Yeah, so it's got connections to everything. I want it to look at the capacitor bank. We'll go to a level of 75. Yeah, 76. And I'm going to set it to less. So when the capacitor bank is less than 76% full, then there, now it's 75, then it will send out a signal. Redstone signal will be sent out. And I'm going to do ugly right now, but I am going to hide that behind the wall for later. I do not recall what color we set that to. Oh, that was right. It was the dark gray.
Just the next color in the line.
Yep. There's the dark gray. It was after pink. So this will send out a dark gray color into the network, and I do not have... Oh, so this just has the one connection and there's no color on it for the controller. I was sitting there thinking it had multiple connections, but it's not. So
Nope, it uses all the colors.
So at this point, we're ready to program the Redneck controller. And this is where I probably am going to fail, because the first thing we need is the AND. And here's where I didn't start writing down a lot of the stuff, because we need two things to be true for this to send out a signal. It needs to have the dark gray, and that was an input output left.
Your military, right?
Okay, so input output right is for the I1, and we set that up for dark gray. If I can tell which is dark gray. I'm guessing that's dark gray.
No, I think it's a light.
Because that's brown, looks like.
Yeah.
That's white. I do not see...
Is it only giving you like 4 colors?
Yeah, that's all it's given me. I'm just going... But why?
That is mysterious.
Alright, I'm going to come over here and cheat. Okay, so yeah, input output red, right on both, and we had green on the top and dark gray on the bottom, which makes sense. So maybe if I set the first one... Alright, and... Yeah, I'm only getting those few colors.
I just clicked on them and I had the colors. Hold on, let's see here. Yeah, I get all the colors if you look inside.
Yeah, I am getting... No, I'm getting just a few colors. I've got orange,
Are you like shift
light
clicking
green.
or something?
No, I'm just clicking them. Well, I've got my push to talk button Alt down. That's the issue. The alt doesn't get me all the through. So I'll have to not talk to you while I'm doing. The top was green, correct?
Yes, because that's what the timer is.
There's the
That was
green.
interesting. I didn't know about the alt thing. I wonder what that means or if it's functional.
That's really weird. And then we had, so when the signal, now I've got to remember, when the timer's set up and it's needs to be 30 ticks. There we go, 30 ticks. So a pearl will fly through the system, and it's going to take well, that's 4 of these, 2 ticks each, so that's about 8 ticks to fly through the system, or is there a few more ticks kicking in there? Oh, you said it takes 9 ticks to do it. 10 ticks is optimal.
Right. It takes 2 each to go around, plus each generator takes 1 tick from holding it to firing it again, so 12 altogether.
So that gives us 12 ticks. And then the timer is waiting for 30 seconds, and if it gets a pulse on it on the light blue color, yep, it's light blue, then that means it's received a pearl back here in the last of the generators. So it's still cycling through, and it still has a pearl. And then if it has not received a pulse and it's been 30 seconds, then it sends a pulse on green, correct? Or 30 ticks.
30 ticks. Yep.
So then it sends the pulse of green saying, I have not heard that there's a pearl working green. And it sends out that pulse. And then so with green plus the gray, dark gray, that tells us that I need to send out from the controller a pulse of there's no pearl running, do stuff. Shift does not work.
You passed that. There it is.
Yeah, but shift didn't allow me to come back.
Oh, I'm sorry. On this, do a right click. We'll go back.
Oh, okay. So left click, right click, and no alt to push to talk. Now to the right, this was IO. No, this was variable 0, wasn't it?
Correct, because we want to do some more inside the PRC, but we want to keep it internally and not send the signal out just yet.
So we're setting the variable of 0 on this one. And then next, now we've got to look at what was it. This was greater than, was it not?
Nope.
No, fan out.
Hint, you got it.
Yep, this was fan out. And this one you zipped through so fast I didn't see what it was. So I'm going to run back here and cheat. But this way people can look. So it's the variable 0. When that comes in, then we are sending out a tick to everybody on the colors, so that all of them are resetting, and they're in, what's the mode? Ready mode?
Charging mode.
Charging mode. Alrighty, so back here, there's the constant, no, not constant, variable 0 in, and then we're going to be right out.
Yep, when you kick off the system, you're going to want all the generators to be put in the charging mode, pretty much opening their hands so that they can all catch a pearl. The last one there, he's going to be doing another variable because you don't want the injector to fire at the same time. You want to make sure that everybody's got their hands open before you actually throw the ball, or else you might hit them in the face and break the ball.
Yeah, that's not so good. Alrighty, so there's the colors: orange, magenta, light blue, and yellow. And the last one was variable 1, was it not? Oh, or was it a tick?
It's variable 1.
Okay, so this is the next. Yeah, see, it's doing it by 4s when I have the alt down. So that allows you to zip through faster.
I guess, yeah, that would be helpful. Really, it's arbitrary. You can just pick whatever number you want as long as it's not 0.
Yeah, but this way, just incrementing by 1, it makes it easier to remember. And so that's the second. And then the third, when... And this one, at this point, my brain buffer had blown, and I don't remember exactly what we have to send out a pulse at this point, do we not?
Correct. So in channel 2, the pulses have been sent out to all the generators. Now
Right.
we want to send a pulse out to the injector after the
Right.
other ones. So we want to do it later, which is going to be like a delay or similar to a repeater.
So we're doing the delay is what we're doing here. All right. Let me look over here. Yeah, so variable 1 coming in and constant 2, is that the tick delay?
Correct. Yeah, it's just like saying you want to send a signal out 2 ticks later.
Okay. So, but once we get the variable 1 coming in, then 2 ticks later, it sends out a pulse and it's sending out a pink, which goes
Yep.
to the pearl injector saying, yo, toss out a pearl, let's get this thing going. So this, whoops, variable 1 and constant of 2, and then we're going to send to the right pink. Pink. Alrighty, I think that is all good. If I got everything done here right, then
It looks good.
I'm gonna put a pearl in, a single pearl into the injector, and it went. And there's little particles, and you can see the values of the RF going up, and it already lost. So these pearls, they get tossed around back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and as long as it's catching it, or it's in charging mode when the pearl is sent to it, then it's going to catch it. If it were in any other mode other than charging and the pearl were thrown to it, it wouldn't catch, it would break the pearl at that point and it would be lost. Plus there's
Correct.
the just the random, it's going to happen, you're going to lose one over time sometime.
Yep. I think when it first came out, it was 1% chance to lose, but he lowered it to 0.5%.
And that certainly helps.
And it's just so it's not overpowered, so that one pearl will power you forever.
Yeah, because we're actually going to be burning through the pearls, but we have multiple sources for the pearls, so that's okay. So I think this is working. Everything's in place. Toss in a second pearl for fun, and look at those power go up. Oh yeah. So this should get me about 8K power per tick, which is very nice. That's more than my HV line can do. So I'm going to have to set up something to do power for these. Wow, that pearl's still going.
They can last a good 30-45 seconds.
That's very nice. Oh, nope, I just saw the sparks. So it broke. Very nice, very nice. This is fantastic. This gives me a power source that will fire off when my capacitor is lower than 75%, which is good. I may drop that down some, but I can play with that value. But it's going to be fantastic with keep me charged. So my ender quarry is running, and I have everything I need. All the stuff. Alrighty, I think this is fantastic. What you need to do is check out Toddy's channel and hit the like button a whole bunch of times and subscribe at least 3 or 4 times. Make sure that he's well rewarded for his excellent work here, because he has come up with this fantastic system here with the Endergenic Generator that I had not seen before I watched his video, and I was going, yay, this is fantastic. And then you were telling me that the RF monitor setup for getting it so that it'll charge only on demand as necessary was Landstryder that did that, correct?
That's right. He's over on the Primus server, and there's going to be a link, or at least I hope there would be for it.
Yep, I am planning on putting a link in the description. If not, you can openly mock me for forgetting to put the link in there. But yeah, this will charge my ender quarry and get me going, and I will have all the things, which is good.
Congratulations! I think you earned your certification.
Ooh, I'm going to mount my certification someplace. I have no idea where. But thank you, Toddy. Very, very happy that you're able to help me with this, because if I were trying to do this solo, it would have been forever in 5 days. and you were able to instruct me very clearly, and I like that.
Yeah, no problem. Now you'll be able to do your own shapes and maybe do your own statue somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, I could sit there and I understand the basics. I can start playing with this. I could have, instead of just 4, I could have 6 or 8 or however many, I wanted to set up with this.
I think the world would end if you do more than 4.
Oh, it sounds like a challenge! Challenge! Alrighty. Well, thank you again. And everybody, go check out Toddy's channels. He's been doing some fantastic stuff. Just did a draconic portal, which was fantastic looking. I was watching that just today, going, ooh, 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 so cool. And I didn't even know it was possible. That's what I love about this pack. There's so many new things I haven't noticed.
Oh yeah, forces you to learn.
Oh yeah, forces me to learn. And, typically I'd be big reactor at this point. But no, I've got the water wheels, I've got this Endergenic Generator now, I've got food, culinary generators. Never did that before. This is fantastic. I'm loving this. Any last words to the viewers there, Toddy?
Stay with it if you're playing the pack. Stay in school. Um, yeah, and just check out everybody else on the server.
You betcha. Yeah, check out everybody. The links are in the download or in the comments below. Check them out. See what they're doing. They're doing fantastic stuff. Emmy work is appearing all over the server, which is amazing, and I'm weeks away, but that's okay. I'm taking it at my own pace. Well, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer and ToddyTheBody here on the FTOG.net server playing Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved in expert mode, because he's the expert. Oh yeah.
And now
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.